Oh hi, that's us. Sorry. Hi, I'm seldomseenkid, SSK for short, and I've got one root and toot and run for you. I'm gonna be running Fire Emblem Three Houses, Crimson Flower. I'm sorry, I had the Twitch channel audio on for a sec. Um, I'm joined by two of my good commentators. If you guys would like to introduce yourselves.
All right, hi, I'm Flaherty. I frequent miscellaneous chats, including but not limited to Midwest Speedfest, twitch.tv/seldomseenkid, and others.
I'm Zora, and yeah, same.
Um, Hi. Are we good to go? Are we good to count it off?
I
Okay.
believe so. I don't see any indication otherwise.
All right. So time's gonna start when I hit no to say playing online. I'll give a countdown. Five, four, three, two, one, go. So, um, Fire Emblem Three Houses has been at a Midwest Speedfest event before. I believe Moonblaze Wolf has run this game before, but when he did that run, it was a lot closer to the game's release date. So one, new strats have been found since his run, and two, I'm looking forward to being able to. Oh, Biolith is not correct. What's the name for Biolith?
Refreshing quick. The name for Biolith is SSK.
That's
All
me.
caps, of course. That is you. You won your own bid war.
Thank you to everyone for donating to that.
Congratulations.
Uh, yeah, new strats have been found since the last time this was at a Midwest Speedfest event, and also I'm going to be a bit more liberal with plot spoilers because the game's been out for longer, and it's a little bit less unfair to spoil a game that's been out for 2 years. Um, I'm female Biolith, and that is faster for this route, and that's something I'll get into a bit later. Like the meme of "Mom, I promise it's a speedrun strat. I'm the girl because it's faster." Some quick menuing here. So this route is different from the other full game routes because we want to be building up support with Edelgard, who's the Black Eagle house leader, the red-clad, white-haired lass with the axe. The Crimson Flower route actually isn't unlocked until you hit C. You have to hit C plus support with Edelgard, which is like 2 support level ups, and you get support by talking with units and doing stuff they like. I'm gonna be not skipping some certain dialogue cutscenes so that I can get answer the questions in a way that she likes, so that we will grow closer as friends and whatnot. Typical war stuff. And that was the first chapter, or the first battle rather, the prologue. There's a bunch of cutscenes I'm skipping.
Hey.
And so there's one battle down. As I was talking about, what was I talking about? Edelgard. We need to be talking to Edelgard and building up support, which isn't usually that's an element of the casual playthrough that you wouldn't expect to be in speedruns, and in the speedruns of other routes, you wouldn't worry about support as much. But yeah, we gotta focus on some stuff. So there will be times where I need to remember to not skip to cutscenes and things like that. Also, in the first couple of battles, the next battle here rather, that's why I talked to Biolith or SSK with Edelgard at the start there, so because in talking we get a little bit of support points. Yeah, in the first battle we're gonna have Biolith and SSK team up to do, or Edelgard and SSK do team up to do attacks, because if you're it's a thing, it's a whole thing where if multiple people are closer to each other while they do attacks, they get support points. So I'm gonna be running through the Monastery here. This is the game has Monastery sections, and we run by while looking at the ground for a couple reasons. One, I'm very shy, and don't want to talk to people. But 2, it's actually faster. It reduces lag if we're just staring at this like very beautiful grass here in the monastery. So I have to talk to all the house leaders, and you guys want to see a tree? There's a tree.
I appreciate your effort.
Just thought I like to get the tree in there. You know, save the trees and things like that.
How are you enjoying your?
I'm
The black.
It's an excellent tree.
Thank you. Sorry, I've just been kind of just talking this whole time.
this. And if we will.
So that was a dialogue cutscene that is unskippable. Some of them are, for story purposes, it makes sense. Some of them are skippable, some of them are not. But for a speedrun, it's just like, why can I not skip through this? Because it's just as unimportant as the other one. You can make Biolith jump up and down in the corner. If you have motion controls, which I do not, I'm using a wired Pro controller. But you can make her run across using motion controls. I first played this game when I was like laying down in my bed, and I didn't realize that the motion controls was what controlled it. So I was like, sometimes she just runs to the other side, and I don't understand why.
Say.
So we've got a few monastery. The monastery sections are kind of slow, but we've got some required ones that we got to do at the beginning. It's kind of the tutorial.
Professor, so you look.
Talk to Edelgard. Hi, Edelgard. And it is Ferdinand's birthday. That's really cool. You can, whenever a student's birthday comes up, you have the option to buy them flowers. And after the time skip, you have the ability to go on a tea outing, like sit down for them with tea. But we're not going to,
Finally, this is my.
except for, that was one of the support conversations I needed to have. We're not going to buy flowers for anyone except for Edelgard, because she likes flowers. And, you know, who doesn't, right? Yeah, Ferdinand's a popular guy within the Fire Emblem speedrunning community. He is the profile picture for the Fire Emblem speedrun Discord.
I'm sure you're.
And this is the first, like, you know, non-trivial battle where I'm like doing stuff and have to. Oh, that's lucky. Did I get strength?
Another
Okay, good. You do want a strength level up early on.
As you wish.
Usually, what was I saying? Usually the Lawrence doesn't die to Biolith, but I got a lucky crit. So.
But yeah, to speak again on the Ferdinand bit, Ferdinand's actually like almost a meme character because while he does have his own development and his own side story, he says his own name as like one of his like move quotes. So he says, he enunciates very well, "I am Ferdinand von Eyre," and people recognize this and like obviously talked about it. So there's actually a joke category for the run called Ferdinand von Eyre %, I believe.
Yeah, I was looking into it. So the requirements for Ferdinand von Eyre % is you have to name Biolith von Eyre, like maxing out the character space. You have to set your birthday to April 30th or 4/30, which is the same as Ferdinand's birthday in the game. And you have to get a level up that has at least charm, because Ferdinand has a high charm stat. And you just have to go just play the game until someone says Ferdinand von Eyre, which is Ferdinand von Eyre. That's kind of his whole thing.
It's truly a work of art.
Yeah, it's great. It's like 3 minutes long. If you look at this estimate, it's a little bit longer. I should have given. I feel like I should be able to get comfortably under estimate, but there's a lot of things that could go wrong. So, just wanted to play it safe as that. So this chapter 1 done. We noticed Caspar, the blue-haired guy, is no longer with us, but that was a mock battle. This game has mock battles where if your units lose all their HP, they don't disappear from your party forever, not permadeath. However, we are playing on classic mode versus in this game, which is a lot of the newer Fire Emblem games, introduced classic mode versus casual mode. In classic mode, if your unit loses all your HP, they die, and if like the main protagonist loses all their HP, then you game over. In casual mode, if a unit dies, then they come back to the next battle. We are running on Classic, and it's faster, and that's something that I'll get into soon, probably. I think. I'll figure it out. I'm really good at talking about this game as things come up, but I guess I've got some more, kind of side quests to do in here. Is there anything you want to plug, Helix?
Oh, you know what I just did? I just opened a brand new bid war. I call it, it's a classic. It's a classic. You're gonna like this one. Save or kill the animals for Metroid Fusion.
Whoa! Classic speedrun marathon, save or kill the animals. When's that run scheduled for? And also, is there anything else you want to plug?
That run is scheduled for tomorrow morning at about 9 a.m. Central Time. Lots of time left on that bid war.
Like 8 hours from now-ish?
Yeah, about 8. I plugged the fact that I don't have any donations to read, and I think you all should fix that, because the Children's Cancer Research Fund is a fantastic cause, and donations to them are a good thing. Every dollar donated helps researchers secure an additional $18 in funding. That's a good deal.
Thanks for your help.
And there are plenty of incentives for you to donate toward right now, too.
Children good, cancer bad. So, the lore to this point is we were just kind of found. Our dad used to work here, and that was Edelgard just telling us, you don't know how to, like, work here, do you? And I'm like, no, because they just found me off the street and hired me. So she, like, had to tell me how to be a teacher, because I don't know how to be a teacher. So this is a lecture question. My students will ask me questions. That loses time though, because like I don't have time to like deal with these children and their questions. If only there was a way to not have to answer so many questions. We'll get to that. Here we got a practice battle coming up. Ideally we get to level 10. Also on this one we can like go through the calendar and look at events. Last week there was a fish event. There's a fishing mini game in this game. That's how you know it's a good game. So weird seeing SSK in the corner with Biolith, because that's like me, right?
Stay focused.
That's you.
It is me.
Yeah, it's you.
So this battle we're going in with just Biolith or just SSK.
Why would you do that though?
Why would I do that? I feel like it.
Why?
The real answer is I want to level up SSK so that she can carry like the entire first half of the game. Also, I want to get to level 10 because for the next chapter, there's a strat that you can do. You can when you get to the way leveling like classes works in this game is you can, how do I want to say? Lord, do you know how to say? You play this game. Oh, my sword broke. It's like you
what?
I was talking about like trying to think about how to explain the class system. Once you reach a certain level threshold, you unlock more classes that you can be.
Yeah.
So we want to be a thief because thieves have one more movement than the starting class does, and I just hit level 10, which means that we got there. So we're gonna be able to do the thief strat for chapter 2. Yeah, you can do practice battles to like level your units up in casual gameplay. That's the only one that is required. It's fastest to just not have to worry about those things. Start automatically. Now what? There's another feature. There's 4 days. There's 4 like options that you can do. All my students have something to say. On Sundays, there's 4 options you can do. You can explore the monastery, which is what I've done a few times. You can do a battle. You can do a seminar, which lets one of your units like instruct other units in like their specialties. So for example, I did a seminar with Manuela, and she specializes in white magic and in swords. We want Linhardt to level up his white magic. I got stuff I need to do here. We want Linhardt to level up his white magic for later in the game, and we want Biolith to get her sword levels, because the Certifying her as a thief is only guaranteed if she hits C level swords, which she did after that. Just now. We got a thief Biolith, and Biolith is now a thief. I just stored a bunch of people's weapons in the inventory. That's probably nothing to worry about. They can't fight if they don't have any weapons, but that's probably fine too. And I bought Biolith gauntlets. Gauntlets are a new weapon that I believe was introduced in this game, Fire Emblem game.
I believe so, yeah.
Going to not take Linhardt into the battle, and we're gonna go. Gauntlets basically let you attack twice, which is very good, as you can imagine. I'm gonna take a bow and a couple of vulneraries to heal, and we're gonna unequip.
That's my cue.
Unequip that.
As you wish.
Unequip that. Oh hey, these guys are attacking my Hubert. That's weird.
They'll be fine, I'm sure.
Oh, he's dead. That sucks.
That's fine too.
It's okay, because there's all these guys over. Oh, and someone else died. Oh, ooh.
Oh, that's fine.
I actually messed up the strat. It's a good thing. So,
Oh.
this is a good chance to.
I will prevail.
I messed up. I forgot to do that thing. So what I just did there was time travel, and this game has that. You can.
Yeah, it's Divine Pulse, right?
Yeah, it's called the real name for it is Divine Pulse, and.
And you can just cheat.
Yeah, you can just cheat. But just turn back time if you mess up. Oops, do it again. But it's actually very helpful in the speedrun because this is not RNG manipped speedrun, but you can use Divine Pulse to go back and do different numbers of actions to try to like find a different seed in the RNG. And oh, what do you know? Everyone but Edelgard is dead. So I guess I can just finish the map now, right? So that's that. Everyone's dead. Except for Edelgard, and also Linhardt, who I took out at the beginning of this battle. And I've got another dialogue I need to hit here. I did notice something, actually. Also, it's like a church. You know, the monastery is like the church. That green-haired lady that we saw just talked to is the archbishop. She's a little bit important later. We got next up. We get to introduce battalions, which isn't in this next chapter, but we get battalions coming up. Battalions are like kind of an add-on, like bonus that give your unit a special ability, and we're going to be making use of one particularly strong battalion. The reason I ran down south all the way back at the beginning was to you can warp to anywhere that you've been in the monastery. So I ran to where that guy was going to be, and I can accept his quest, and then talk to this guy that lets me hire a battalion for Edelgard, and we're going to hire the Saros Holy Monks, which gives your units, I forget, I think it's like +5 movement for one, turn, which breaks a lot of the maps.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
another lecture question. Oh, also, since everyone's dead, they're not going to be asking me lecture questions, because they're dead.
Well, that's true, actually. Yeah.
So that's fast.
Cool.
And it was also fast that I got, I do want to buy birthday flowers for Edelgard. It was fortunate that I got, the first one I got was from Linhardt, which means that he won't interrupt me with one later. So it was just a tiny time save. Yeah, considering that the Thief, which is Biolith's current class, has 5 movement base, Um, using stride on her will double her movement. Also, it's an AoE, so you use stride on one of your allies, but it affects all of the allies within a range of the person you used it on. It's very good. It very much breaks the game. We're gonna solo Biolith again. This is a decent chance to plug anything if you got anything to plug.
Stay focused.
I do have something to plug. I have $20 here from Forte, who says less than 3.
Thank you, Forte. Much love to you as well. Anything else?
I'm trying to come up with something. I have a whole document here.
Okay.
Let's see. You know what I haven't done in a while? I haven't shouted out our French restream.
I'm sorry.
We are, like I said, being restreamed in French by Baguette Restream. You can find them at twitch.tv/baguette_restream. They have been consistently restreaming our events for years. I have literally lost track. We are very, very thankful to have their support every single time. Helping bring our events to a wider audience. Thank you so much.
Shoutouts to Baguette Restream. The bread was a staple of last Midwest Speed Fest this past August, actually.
It really was. It always is at this point.
So there was a bunch of fog on this map. This is the only like main storyline map that this happens on. So go around here and shoot you with the bow. And he will die on enemy phase because he attacks me like a fool. Don't you know to not attack a level 12 Biolith? Anyways, yeah, we just kind of stormed through that map. So this next battle, I like have my splits up because I have like hints for me to like reminders for myself, but I forgot to start my timer, so I have to like manually scroll through live split. This next map that we're about to do is just showing you a taste of how hard we can break the maps when we use the stride gambit in particular. Also, when you use a battalion's ability, that's what it's called, is a gambit. And I was just thinking about how funny that is if you like sit down at a chessboard and use like the assault troop gambit. Where you like sit down at a chessboard and you have like a bunch of like monks behind you, and they use the stride gambit and it gives your pawns +5 movement for turn 1.
Yeah, I mean, after all, the strongest piece on my board is probably the queen, followed by SSK.
Oh, that's me. I freaked out. I thought I forgot something. So on 7/12 here, we are going to do choir practice. It picks from a pool of whenever there's like a big holiday within the church in this lore. You can do something, and it randomly selects 2 of your units to like come with you on to do that thing. Because it's a like a religious holiday, and it was a choir recital. It boosts Linhardt's faith, and also it gives us a bunch of support points for Edelgard. Like, it's kind of ridiculous how many support points we gain from that.
And you mentioned that it randomly selects 2 of them.
Yeah, but I only have 2 students alive, so that wasn't actually random at this point. If anyone else showed up, I messed up and didn't kill everyone off on chapter 2. So, but I did, which is unfortunate because they were my students and they will be missed. But also it was slow, so. So we don't have to do any preps for this battle. So Edelgard has the Saros Holy Monks, which is... So both of these units have movement +5 for this turn, so I'm going to go all the way up here. And that was like half the map. And then I can just... This map is a 4-turner. And that's the end of that map, because I just skipped the first like massive chunk of it. Also, I get a cool sword, a cool plot relevant sword in that cutscene that I skipped. It glows when I touch it for some reason. The reason being that I won't get into it. It's lore and it's complicated, but we have a cool sword now. If you remember the 4 options I have on Sundays, whenever you go into the calendar and you skip to a day, it'll automatically choose rest as the thing, and rest allows you to like it lets your students heal up. So when you auto instruct, they'll have more motivation, which means that they'll just like get automatic instruction. That's what auto instruct implies, I guess. Also, the Sword of the Creator, which is the phony sword I just got, he restores 5 uses every time. It has maximum uses of 20, but it restores 5 of them every time I use rest. So when I, skip in the calendar, that's what I do. I rest. This is... I have 2 splits on my life split called Lol Lamau. This is Lol Lamau Part 1.
How long will
And boy, let me tell you.
I think we need some lol Lamaus in the chat.
Hey, can I get some Lol Lamaus in the chat? The Gautier inheritance. I was practicing and I actually got this really good in like while I was practicing, and I was like, I should stop practicing because now it's gonna like fail a million times. Like, you can lose a run here. I'm just gonna say that. The map is like a big spiral, and you have to go all the way around the spiral, and also we do it with only Biolith because enemies will come in from behind too.
Yeah, and other runs, like I believe the Golden Deer route.
Yeah, the Golden
There's-
Deer
you
route
can-
specifically. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, in the Golden Deer route, you can get a warp spell early on, which lets you just basically yeet yourself over that wall.
Yeah, Lysithia gains warp particularly early, so you can just like teleport to the middle where that boss is, and it's like, and you like don't have to worry about all of this. But now I have to like hope that I have good stats. But I think my stats are actually pretty good. I'll pull out the funny sword, but no, I have to just like kite all the guys and try to get their attention. Also, I have an NPC friend, Gilbert, who's gonna be helping me out. What a homie.
Gilbert in particular is interesting because I feel like in past runs I've seen of this, there's like a 50-50 chance he just dies.
Yeah, he could die early, like now, or he could die not now. I don't know. This is a... there's like one more thing coming up, and then after I do this thing. So I'm about to use Biolith's Gambit on this knight. It is a 92% chance to hit, and I hit. If you don't hit, you're kind of screwed. But I get the accuracy ring, and the accuracy ring boosts your accuracy when you put it on, which kind of does what it says on the tin. I'm gonna equip that real quick.
Which is, yeah, it's worth noting because a lot of things don't do what they say that they would do.
Yeah. Anyways, this is just me finishing out running around the whole thing, so if you've got stuff to plug, this is another good shot to do that, I would say.
I was about to make a sarcastic joke about, oh, the accuracy ring increases your accuracy, but apparently,
It does.
like was just said, that doesn't, like, sometimes things that say they will do something apparently don't do the thing, so
Yeah.
maybe that joke would have fallen flat anyway. Fun game. Have you mentioned yet the Hyrule thing in this game?
Oh, not yet. That'll that'll be soon. I'll bring that up soon. Also, I don't like how little HP I have. Luckily, I'm
Yeah, that
just
was a
running.
little
I'm just
close.
running away from them and healing. And I need to get more. A lot of these enemies will drop a healing item too. Is Gilbert just like screwing around by himself? Oh, he's coming. He's coming over.
Yeah, he's making his way around town.
This map has 2 phases, so in phase 2 he will just like be here. So that boss that we just killed is now a monster because he didn't have the right blood type to use the lance that he had. That is lore accurate. You're not supposed to fight monsters with just one guy. Technically, I've got 2 guys. Oh, I've got 1 guy.
You got one. Good timing.
Well, yeah, that Gilbert there.
What a goofer. Oh, man. So I'm on a healing tile. When you start your turn on this tile, you heal. I'm taking on this monster by myself that isn't meant to be taken on solo. So as you can imagine, so as you can imagine, you're gonna want to. How do I messed up. Ideally, I messed up there, but ideally I just camp on the healing tile, and get off the stupid thing, buddy. I'm just
Did you get like dragged off of the tile? I didn't see you move there.
I input a, there we go. I inputted this game is weird. It was just the way I inputted my attack against one of the ads.
Oh.
It like assumed that oh, you want to attack at 2 range, so you want to get off the tile. Like, yeah, game, totally, yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Which is just something that you know, I got to be careful of. Can I? Not yet. Focus the guy and try not to die. Bars? Spitting? I got plenty of strength. There's a strength.
Bars like him.
My lines and my bars are unrivaled from Mars.
Yeah. Yo, stop! You're flooding my house with straight facts.
Anyways, that was kind of a mess, but we'll take that. Anyways, the lance that he has that he didn't have the right blood type to use. I have my sword. My funny sword is also a funny one that if you don't have the right blood type, that'll happen to you.
I assume.
So this is like, why can you use the one that glows, but he can't use the thing that glows? Gives you a think. Coming up, this is actually my favorite strat in the map, or at least, sorry, yeah, at least in part 1. This is one of my favorite strats in the entire game. You can recruit units from, so I guess the church has like knights, right? Who like help protect the church, and you can recruit the knights to join your team. And I have enough levels as of now to recruit, Shamir is her name. And she's really good for reasons I'll get into later. And you can also recruit students from, pretty much every student from other, houses as well. But you can also just ask them for what's called mission assistance, which is they join your party for 1 battle and they don't gain XP or anything. This is Shamir. She's a sniper, and snipers are an advanced class, and advanced classes have very high base stats. But it's still the beginning of the game, so she is just way stronger than like any other unit right now, except for my SSK, because my SSK is overleveled. We are going through and we are recruiting Annette. We're recruiting Shamir, we are asking Annette here for mission assistance because of her personal ability. And we're also going to pick up a wooden flask and give it to Gilbert. So basically, we recruit Shamir, we ask Annette for mission assistance, and completing this quest for Gerald allows us to give gifts to units, and this will help us improve our support with Bioliths, with Edelgard rather.
Hello.
Oh no, I want to give you things. I want to give you this,
Thank you.
and I want to give you this. And just double check that I've got... Alright, I do have the first... So this is the first support check I need to hit with Edelgard. Changing your goals to axe and flying, because we're going to put Edelgard on a dragon later, and that's going to be really awesome. I guess I could talk about... oh, damn it. Edelgard's personal ability.
A question.
I was supposed to say yes to that.
Professor.
Am I gonna get asked again? I'm kind of SOL if I don't. Um, I think this is okay. If I do this like this. And if it's not, I have a backup save. So Annette's personal ability is it functions kind of like Rally in some of the other Fire Emblem games, specifically Rally Strength, where she kind of hypes up a different unit and boosts their strength for one turn. Also, Sniper, as we mentioned, how Shamir has really high base stats, and it's like really early in the game and stuff like that. Also, they archers have an ability called Curved Shot, which like gives you range +1. On range +1 on your attacks. I'm gonna buff her strength. I'm gonna shoot all the way through the wall and shoot the boss of this map. And I'm gonna zoom in on the map because I'm spamming the plus button on my Pro controller.
I'm a big fan of this strat in particular, just because in the Fire Emblem Heroes mobile game, when they add characters, they kind of have to keep them to a standard, but they usually try to add some sort of like semblance of their original game into their unique weapon. So the way that they added Annette was they empowered her rally skills. So I just think that's a nice little callback to this. And an extra layer on that is that the rally grants extra attack range, so it kind of indirectly mirrors this
particular
sort of
speed
interaction
strat.
here, even though the sources are different. So yeah, Fire Emblem Heroes made an SSK reference.
I need to collect an extra owl feather for Edelgard. Thank you, Aeon Fredo. Aeon is better at this game than I am, by the way. Thank you for being in chat.
I was just about to ask if you had chat open.
I do have chat open. Can I ask where I can get one? Are the spots like consistent?
Professor, after all that...
My brain definitely took that as, can I ask where I can get a Twitch chat?
Can I ask, yeah, where do I get a Twitch chat? Is it twitch.tv/Midwest Speedfest?
That's a good Twitch chat. I like that Twitch chat. You can even subscribe and share bits in that Twitch chat, and all of our Twitch revenue this event will go toward the Children's Cancer Research Fund. I think that's pretty cool.
Near the Golden Dew Classroom? That's the one...
But what if I don't have that sort of thing, but I do have Amazon Prime?
And you could sub with Amazon Prime, and in fact, once I get the blurb up here, you can go to your settings and then to the connections tab and connect your Twitch account with your Amazon account, and you will get Prime Gaming, and you'll have one free sub every month, which potentially means free money to charity. That's always a good thing.
Okay, I know what I must do. This is I just forgot. So this is if I had forgotten something at the beginning, I would have known. This is yeah. I just had to pick up that alpha feather to give to Milady Edelgard, Edelgard, if you will. Thank you, Proto. I appreciate that a lot.
Professor.
Also, we have Flame now. She has green hair, and what else? She's helping us for a bit. Yeah, I have backup saves at every point in the run because I knew something like this might happen. But I appreciate you being in chat anyway. That's definitely, this is now a run that like I can submit to stuff if this is good. Which I don't know. I forgot to start my life split.
This is kind of unrelated, but I just love seeing like Flame just because it reminds me of the Three Houses Guess Who game.
Oh yeah. There's one of the days I was streaming this game, I was typing in Three Houses into the OBS game title thing, and something came up, Guess Who? Fire Emblem Three Houses Edition. And I was playing it with Flaherty here, and it's like incredibly fun. Unequip. Replenish the Battalions. I think my stats are pretty good, actually. That's all I have to do for this map.
Is it just like You get a piece of dialogue and then you have to guess who it was.
No, it's like
It's like a board game Guess Who, where you have a set of faces on like your side of the board, and you basically ask each other back and forth with questions like, "Oh, does your
Oh, like
character
that.
have green hair?"
Yeah, because the bit being
Oh,
that
that's
like
funny.
a million characters have green hair.
Yeah.
So this battle can randomly lose you a bunch of time, which is awesome. But that's a good thing because improv in speedruns is good, right? So even if the improv only serves to lose you time.
Memory serves,
Oh my!
this is
I have
a
1
map
HP.
breaker.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my lord! Anyways, Ingrid can do that. That we want to kill Ingrid fast, and this is why I literally have 1 HP. All right, that's scary. Anyways, yeah, I'm just kind of. I died.
So yeah, if memory serves, this split is called Lola Mao Part
This is
2.
Lola Mao Part 2 that I was talking about. Where can I? What do I even do? What even happened? Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I gotta go down and not up. I'm gonna not put Flame in the where is this? This is why the estimate is the way it is, because this battle can lose you a lot of time. Oh, it didn't matter. Well, no, it's still different, because I'm not getting, This is still bad, though.
Be mindful.
Like, make no mistake, this is still not good. Okay, I'm fine now, I guess.
Stay focused.
Was that all just poor RNG?
Yes, it was, Bob.
Very cool. Lol, Lamau.
Lol, Lamau, indeed.
LOL period space LMAO period.
True. I couldn't have said it better myself. Lamau. Anyways, thank God that we have Flame here. She's a healer. So that's good when I get randomly critted and almost die. I definitely would be losing time to PB, but it's definitely not like 20. I should still be fine in terms of hitting estimate, no problem. Next up, I want to aggro Felix over there. You see him in the bottom left. I also don't want to let any of these horsies get past and try to attack Edelgard or Linhardt, because they will die if I let that happen. They're just going to attack each other? They're attacking each other. Sure. This is where we break off our paths. This is another one of those mock battles where if your unit dies, they don't like permanently die. So we need Flame for other stuff in the future, but it's not the end of the world if she dies in this battle. Here's a... Alright. Alright, rip Flame. So Felix doesn't aggro until someone walks into his range. So I just had Flame go into her range. Because he's like really out of the way. But yeah, what the other units do with each other is like incredibly random. Nice to have Flame for this. Ooh, that's not great actually. That sucks. What if I just... didn't leave the heal tile? I mean, I have to leave the heal tile. Am I faster than them? Are they gonna beat me up there? Are they gonna... No. Alright. This is not what we want.
We do a little cheating.
Yeah, this is not great. Can they seriously both hit me from here?
Be mindful.
I guess this is better somehow. Okay. And I will heal. And this is another heal tile, so... Assuming these 4 guys don't kill me, I will heal at the start of the turn. Thank God. Okay. Who do I attack first?
Stay focused.
You. And that's probably gonna die when she attacks me. Hey, buddy,
So-
can you get back here?
Be mindful.
Fun fact, unrelated to the actual content here, but there's a ship name for the characters in Felix that is just Netflix, and I just think that that's clever.
Thank you.
I know that.
Like that checks out. I think everyone's dead. Yeah, it's just me and Claude Ritsu. He has a battalion that could rattle me, so I'm gonna try to get him to attack me from where I can't counterattack, and then I will just own him like this. That was a mess, but we're still probably fine. Anyways, that's why the estimate is the way that it is. Definitely lost a good chunk of time, but definitely not 20 minutes worth. So my PB is like roughly 20 minutes under estimate. So we still should be good. Still should be comfortably under estimate. I'm gonna do.
What do you think?
I don't know if that dialogue is like specifically required for the route or not, but I like to do that.
I can.
Had a cool lance. Doesn't mean anything for me. Now what? How much strength do I have? I have not been paying attention. I was busy focusing on how bad that was. But yeah, there's just nothing you can do about that. Sometimes it goes really great, and sometimes they all take each other out, and you just kind of aggro Felix, and then just go down to Claude and aggro him, and then that's it. And sometimes that happens where I have to like almost run out of divine pulses, and yeah, like if I had died one more time, I would have had to like go back and try again.
I'm getting it.
Linhardt's birthday. There were some plot things. We'll figure it out. So what I need to do depends on how much strength I have, and I need 25 strength. Why my split is called 25 plus strength. Looking at my life split for, and I think I might be fine. Got a decently strong Biolith thus far.
The S in SSK stands for strength.
It does. And a lot of people don't know that. They read seldomseenkid and think that that's what it stands for. It's actually not. It's actually strength sushi Kirby. A lot of people just don't know that. Goobs Gang? I see Goobs Gang in the chat. Drop a Dat Sheffy if you're a member of Goobs Gang. Goobs Gang. Oh, 26. Hell yeah, okay. I don't need to buy. What am I doing? What am I doing? So for Biolith, I can hire archers and Pegasus Co. For Shamir, we hire these archers, and for Flame, we hire these mercenaries. And that's it. All right. Ooh, stop. I don't know what buttons I'm pressing. Here's another map that kind of breaks with Stride. We just run all the way up here. There's my dad again, 2 spaces to my left. He's the old-looking guy with the beard and stuff. He's pretty awesome. He has a horse, and what's not to love about units with horses? This is kind of like Smash Brothers if you think about it. They got the Smash Brothers characters.
This is true. Like
Biolith isn't Smash Brothers.
Yeah, and you got beloved characters like
Biolith.
Yes, and
Ferdinand von Eyre.
I believe so, actually.
Yeah.
The background of the Garagmak Monastery stage. Which
Everyone's favorite stage, by the way. And if that's not your favorite stage, yes, it is.
Yeah, it's especially a good thing to hear because not all the characters from the main 3 houses actually made it into that stage. they only chose like a select few from each house.
But they chose the best ones.
Yeah, including but not limited to Ferdinand von Eyre.
Actually, did they choose Lawrence? I don't remember. I hate Lawrence.
I think Lawrence did make it.
That sucks. Lawrence sucks. Hate him. Story, fun time. I'm the girl. In this route, it's fastest to be the girl. In most of the routes, actually. And here's why. So I was talking about units and like how you can recruit units from other classes. Usually, you need to hit a stat threshold, and a threshold of competency in some like whatever weapon, like so like whatever stat that unit specializes in, and whatever weapon that unit specializes in. You have to have like high levels in those before the student will consider your joining your class. Except for Sylvain.
I'll be there.
Great.
So, Professor,
Sylvain will join your house with no requirements met whatsoever if you are a female Biolith. So we just do this. So
yeah, Sylvain as a character is pitched to be like a sort of skirt chaser.
Yeah, that line of the word skirt chaser is directly in the game, by the way. Dimitri uses that word to describe him.
Yeah, so it's just incredibly funny that as a result he'll just completely abandon like all previously established motivation if you are simply female Biolith.
Yeah. Also, there is a dance contest coming up. I think I'll hit enough auto instructs, right? To hit the...
let me ask you.
Probably.
Professor?
Whatever. I was supposed to say yes. He was asking me if he wanted to change his goals. I was supposed to say yes to the first one, but that's whatever. Anyways, we do a dance competition, and the winner of the dance competition is determined by your charm stat, which is one of the stats that you have. And Sylvain here has a very high charm stat, so we recruit him to win this contest.
I appreciate the cam.
He's tall. Yeah, I got you. Anyways, Sylvain has a high charm stat, and if you win, you get to be the dancer class, which was introduced in Awakening, I believe was the first dancer. I could be wrong. That was the first one that I played, so my knowledge of Fire Emblem almost like starts at Awakening. Anyways, when a dancer can give a unit more actions.
Yeah, I believe dancers existed prior, but it was more of a... It wasn't something you could promote into.
Okay.
It was just kind of like there were pre-established characters that were dancers and singers.
It was introduced way earlier. That makes sense. I'm a fraud. I need to play the older Fire Emblem games. I'm gonna mash through this cutscene because you get support with the other guard for mashing through this cutscene. You can't skip it, and I don't think I have to not skip it, but I'm just gonna just in case because I'm used to having the support by now. Maybe I don't. But this is in the lore. This is the Goddess Tower, and it's like the secret makeout spot where all the students like sneak away off to, and they're not supposed to be up there. But it's like, you know, super dreamy and stuff. Yeah.
How long? It's all
Linhardt now has the ability Warp. We've been like hard pressing Linhardt to get white magic because of this Warp ability that is very useful. It teleports one of your allies, which is about as useful as it sounds. Which is very...
Yeah, it goes kind of like far too, right?
It can. It never goes more than like 4 space. You only ever need up to 4 in the run, but you can send someone really far.
Yeah.
Like Chapter 5, the one where I went around the spiral and had to get that big boy, that big monster.
Yeah, like most of that could have been skipped.
That could have all been skipped
Warp at that point.
Yeah. Also, Sylvain is automatically level 17 because we recruited him because he got automatically leveled. I think that's all I need to do, right? These guys and the dancer. Yep. All right. So we're gonna use Stride. Oh. There's 2 more of those same 92% chances, by the way. So the AoE of Stride affected all of the units. Alright, I hit the 1, and that's like the important one.
To work.
So now what? Now I do this and this. And everyone's like movement is buffed out the wazoo because of that Stride. Got so much strength right now. And I go to Linhardt. This isn't like super major, but it is very helpful to give Biolith a little bit more. Now the beasts will attack Biolith without like damage leaking onto the other units that are over there.
Careful now.
Yeah. That sucks. Dangerous dance. I will heal.
Be mindful.
Nice.
Another.
Oh, that was a huge level up. Also, I hit the. I get to show off 1 turn Crania as of that level up, which is very awesome. And is this fine? Yes, it is fine. Yes, it is fine because I can do this. You don't want Biolith. You don't want Linhardt. If Linhardt dies, it's bad. But okay, I'm like a little bit all over the place right now. Okay, 1 turn Crony is the strat that was not known about the last time this was at a Midwest Speedfest event. So I'm very excited to get to show that off.
I'm on it.
Be mindful. Sorry.
So I received an energy drop. The energy drop is a consumable item that you can give to one of your units, and it permanently increases their strength stat by 2. Also, my dad died in that cutscene. I'm really sad. That's why the music's gonna be really sad when I load back in. I was totally talking about. Oh, I can do this cool strat using dance, using Stride. It's a 2-phase. It's another one of those 2-phase maps. If my stats weren't as good as they are, I could like buff my strength to get up there, but I don't even need to do that.
I'm a big fan of the yeah. So my dad died in this cutscene. I'm really sad. Anyway,
Yeah.
here's this cool strat.
Yeah. Is that where the vibe went? Like, listen to this music. So sad. Post your saddest emotes in chat. Because my dad died. And then they're like, hey, wait, I know the guy who killed your dad. There's this super bad guy who like was masquerading as a student, but is not a student. My dad still died. She like just looked down and like is sad about her dad having died, which is sad. Offensive is good. Those are. What are you doing, Cam? Can you quit screwing around? You know my dad just died, right?
Well, you see, you know, I'm sorry. Time and place here. Right?
So this I love the strat. This is also one of this was my new favorite strat. Maybe after like up to that point in the run, like I learned the run in chronological order, right? So the Shamir Annette strat was my favorite until this one, and now this one is also really cool. So we are going to Stride. Now remember that Stride lasts for 1 turn. We're going to have Biolith run all the way up here, and we're going to have
I'm on it.
Dance for you. And we can get to the boss, or boss number 1. It's a 2-phase map. And first try, awesome. So now Biolith is gonna come back. This girl that you might have seen, this girl in the not this girl in the canon, she's like God and like has been inside of us the whole time. This is where the plot gets kind of whacked, by the way. No, this is it. This is it. Yeah. It's weird. So my hair is a different color of green. Also, it's still turn 1, so Stride is still in effect, and everyone got warped up here, so I can just like go over to the boss and just kill him in one turn, which is a freaking really cool strat.
Yeah, that was sick.
Yeah, I love that strat so much. You use Stride, you use Dance, you use the fact that everyone gets like their movement refreshed between phases. So much goes into that, and it's really cool. Shout outs to the whole a lot of these strats. I don't know exactly who found one turn Kronia, but shout outs to the Fire Emblem speedrunning community as a whole. Oh, it is the same VA. Oh, that's right. The thing in chat, the person who voice acted the lady who killed my dad is the same lady who voices Tails. Tails miles per hour from
the Sonic the Hedgehog series.
Yeah.
From Super Monkey Ball.
Do I have enough? Am I... Did I hit the support that I need? Uh-oh. When you get this, it means that your stats are bad, but they've been fine for what we've needed.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of having the knowledge that Kronia's voice actress is the same as Tails from Super Monkey Ball from Cookie Run Kingdom from Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh! Did I forget to give Edelgard the pen again? Well, I messed up. I don't have the support that I need. So I'm gonna go back into my I have a backup file. So this run is no longer like valid, but but this is why I have backups for everything. If the game decides to load. The game loads really slowly. That's another thing we want to get into. Talk about.
But yeah, essentially for story purposes, if you don't have
see
Edelgard at sea,
it has to have the 2 arrows above the sea, and it was just the one.
Yeah, and if you don't have her at that level, you
cannot access
activate
the
story trigger for that route.
Yeah. Oops. But that's why we do these things for marathon safety.
I'm really getting
I'm finding.
And my stats are still like fine. So pretend that all worked. We warp down here. I'll talk about the Hyrule Castle thing during this long dialogue that I can't skip. I first have to like make the right decision. So Edelgard, when you reach C+ support with Edelgard, he asks you, "Hey, can you come with me to do this thing?" And I must go with you. I will go with you. And I can't skip through all this, and as far as the plot goes, on a casual playthrough, this is all really important. But I want to talk about how this game is held together by gum and toothpicks. This game is built off of the same engine as Hyrule Warriors is built off of. Meaning that there is unused stage data for Hyrule Castle in this game.
We are out of time.
Someone found it on Reddit. Or someone found it and posted it to Reddit. Just really awesome, I think. Anyway, so Edelgard just fired her dad, who was the Emperor, and now she's the Emperor. And then the first thing she did was fired that bald guy who was Ferdinand von Eyer's father.
I was gonna make a joke about how Zelda has green hair, but then I realized that that's just his hat.
It is just his hat, yeah. Everyone, that's a common misconception. Anyways, so we get into the Holy Tomb because my hair did that cool changing color thing. And the Archbishop of the church is like, hey, come to the Holy Tomb and do a cool ritual with us. And Edelgard is like, I'm the bad guy, and I have been the whole time. I'm gonna replenish because I'm a bit low and us on that. So like Edelgard is the map of this, the boss of this map, and the map of this boss. This is another strat that is really cool and we use a lot of. Don't know how to play the game. We use the Stride Gambit. Edelgard is no longer on our party, so yeah. So we have to reassign the battalion to someone who's in our party with Shamir.
Truly amazing.
Use Sylvain to dance. Take out both of these guys.
That's how it's done.
Yeah, that mistake I made of forgetting to give the item to Edelgard, I've done that before. I've lost a couple runs to that. This run, it's one of the more consistent runs to learn as far as this game goes, but there's just a lot of stuff you have to memorize, and yeah, I just forgot. So we use Stride again, and then we use Linhardt to warp up here and take out the boss of this map, who we can see is in fact Edelgard. Can I get a magic level up? Nice. That's not required, but helpful for later. Oh, Biolith's stats are pretty good. Everything goes in the convoy. So we're like, damn, Edelgard's the bad guy. That's weird. And then it's gonna ask me, do you want to kill Edelgard, or are you gonna protect Edelgard? Because the Archbishop is gonna say, hey, can you not like do that and do blasphemy in my tomb or whatever? I'm going to protect Edelgard. In this cutscene that I'm gonna skip, she gets really angry and turns into a big scary dragon and chases us out. I'm sure that's nothing though. But yeah, the church wasn't happy about us going into the tomb and like stomping all over the holy tomb and doing blasphemy or whatever.
Yeah, it's the Lady Rhea clearly has not had a Snickers recently.
She's not herself.
Oh no.
Speaking of plugs, advertisements, Helix, you have anything for us?
I don't have any donations. That's messed up. Give me donations to read. I'm here to read things. I don't have things to read. There's a problem.
You can read the
What
menus.
I'm here for is to read things. You know what I can do? I can plug our Twitter. If you want to stay up to date on Midwest Speedfest events, go follow our Twitter at twitter.com/MWSpeedfest. And perhaps even more importantly, join our Discord server. You can get updates about marathons, chat with runners and staff.
That's me.
Just
I'm
hang
runners.
out. Yeah, you're runners. I'm staff.
You're staff?
Type !Discord in our chat for that, or you can check our Twitch bio for a link as well.
Another thing to note is that it's not a milestone by any means, but rather there are a lot of funny numbers on this earth, and among them is the number 1337, which is leet speak for the word leet.
Oh,
and
that
can be reached. It's short for elite, and it was part of internet jargon for a number of years. And I believe that our donations can reach that number in just a measly $80.
It's really
Seems
freaking.
right, if I'm doing math right.
You were really throwing me off by talking about that. I don't know why. Stop. Stop. Oh my god. Okay, we're good.
Oh, no.
Okay, we're good. We're good. That was a beefy level. Oh my goodness.
You got like everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, you used ancient power and got the omnibus.
It was poison type. I was right, by the way. YouTube viewers, go and watch the any percent Manipulus Pokemon Pearl run. I was right. We're just once we hit this point of the game, Biolith is kind of just like good enough where she can like keep up with everyone pretty well. Here we're just taking out a bunch of guys, making sure they don't get to Edelgard. You might have noticed that Edelgard is still at level 1, and we haven't like used her this entire time. We don't, generally speaking, level ups lose time, and they are slow. Also, Edelgard, remember how I was talking about how Shamir has really high base stats because of the class that she is? She's an advanced class. Y'all remember that? Like, people I'm doing this, do you guys remember when I was talking about that? Is that a coherent?
I cannot say I do.
So we got Shamir early, and she's a sniper, and that was an advanced class, but she was at the beginning of the game. Heal, just in case. So Edelgard gets auto-promoted after the time skip, which this is the last battle before the time skip.
Oh, right, yeah.
So she's gonna get promoted to a really busted class and automatically get her stats leveled to that class's base stats as a level 1 unit. Something else that happens over time skip is after she gets that class, she will be after she gets that class, she will then be leveled 20 levels, 20 level ups automatically. She turns into a dragon again and throws me into a river where I sleep for 5 years. That's like that's like more serious than I think you might think it is. Anyways, so Edelgard is going to be busted. She's going to have super high base stats as level 1 and then 20 automatic levels. And she'll just be able to carry the rest of the run. So in terms of like plot, this is halfway through. We are comfortably close to the end of the run. Still, I don't think we're going to have any problems hitting estimate. Even with these mistakes I've made, even if the game was being a bit mean to me. Some of that was also like, forgetting to give Edelgard stuff is my fault too. We got this loading screen. The game has to think about whether or not I'm going to the Hyrule Castle or the Yerrick Monastery. Now I've got some more menuing to do. I wonder, do I still have... So... Edelgard gets rid of these things, and... I no longer have the energy drop on this safety save file, but that's okay. Probably. So we're going to give her the accuracy ring. And we're going to get rid of this ability. And we are going to swap battalions. And we're going to certify her as a Wyvern Rider. This is a dragon rider. So we passed the certification. Nice, okay. That's it for now. I have to buy her a couple more things too. So we woke up after 5 years in the river, and now we're reunited with everyone, and we're fighting the war. We're at war. She declared war on the church, by the way. When she fired Ferdinand's dad, and she fired her dad, she declared war on the church. That's another thing that I forgot. That's a little bit important. But now I'm here to help out with the war against God. And it's a good time.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a JRPG if the ultimate goal was not to simply kill God.
That's actually so true. And we get one of my favorite units, Yuritsa, after the time skip. He was a professor. You saw him for a little bit at the very beginning, but oops. It was very easy to gloss over it. He was the guy that gave us the quest that unlocked Battalions. We've still got all our stuff. Shamir, because remember Edelgard was not with us for a bit. We've got Stride. Look at him. He's on a horse and he uses magic. Horses have so much movement.
What's the plan?
And magic, is a ranged attack, and that's really good. He's got his own signature weapon. Look at that. Gotta love Yuritsa. Thanks to Yuritsa, we beat that map in one turn, right?
He's also got a cool mask.
He does have a cool mask.
True.
That's been coming in handy these recent years. I filled up the solo cup with water and haven't drank any of it all run. That's
Oh,
that's
no.
why I forgot things. And with all the loading screens, you'd think I would have remembered that.
Remember to hydrate, everyone.
You're gonna want to be drinking water. This is actually just the world's longest loading screen. I'm glad I took a sip. Can I get another one? Nope. Okay, not. But yeah, the battles, because we've got Edelgard, you know, we've got everything. Edelgard being able to fly on the dragon is kind of like the last piece of the puzzle that lets us just absolutely destroy this game. Especially because she has each of the house leaders at the time skip gets their own personal weapon. Edelgard's personal weapon is called Amir, and each house leader's special weapon has a special ability that's only accessible by that weapon. And Edelgard's ability is called Raging Storm, and when you use Raging Storm, basically it lets you move. Again, it's like, you know, you do your attack with Raging Storm, and then you get to move again. Combine that with the fact that she's a Wyvern Rider, and she has unlocked the Canto ability. Canto is something that I believe, I'm pretty sure that this one was introduced in Three Houses. If you...
As a matter of fact, it was not.
Alright. Oh, that's right, it was in other Fire Emblem games. Like older ones. Because I know it was like the eras. I don't know anything. I just don't know. I just don't know anything. I don't know how to play this game. What is this game? How do I hold the controller? The Canto ability is an ability used by flying units and horseback units that lets them, like, say that you attack a unit 3 spaces away,
What's my strategy?
and you've got a movement of 7, you get to use the rest of your movement. So Edelgard can attack someone, use the rest of her movement. Yuritsa's dead, by the way.
Let's clean up.
That's fine. Use the rest of your movement and then, you know, attack again because you used Raging Storm. We're actually going to do that for the first time here. So we
You
go.
asked what game it is, and I'm pretty sure we established that this is Hyrule Warriors.
This is Hyrule Warriors. Ooh, that's would have liked some more. Oh, that energy drop would have been nice to have. Usually, you say if you're close to the threshold for getting, at least in PB attempts, if you're close to the threshold for getting one turn Kranya, you just use the energy drop on Biolith to be able to reach that threshold. Excuse me. Otherwise, you just use it on Edelgard in case she gets kind of strength screwed from the automatic level ups. I don't have that luxury because I messed up and I'm on my practice save that I have, but that's fine. There's still going to be some ridiculous stuff, but there's a strength and speed threshold that I need for Edelgard by the end. Also, my voice is cracking. I should be drinking more of this water. Also, thank you, chat, for correcting me. Kanto was in fact introduced in Gen 1. That's my bad.
Let me.
Hey, Helix.
What's up?
What's the charity that we're raising money for in this marathon?
Children's Cancer Research Fund. Would you like to know a little bit about them?
You know what? I would like to know about the Children's Cancer Research Fund. Please tell me about it.
Let's learn about the Children's Cancer Research Fund. What they do is they support the brightest scientists whose ideas make the greatest impact for children with cancer. They work closely with researchers to fund innovative new projects quickly so that promising new discoveries can continue uninterrupted. They share their findings with more than 9,000 experts around the globe, collaborating with others to accelerate discoveries. And because childhood cancer affects the whole family and community, they also fund quality of life services that enhance healing and care. And you can learn even more at childrenscancer.org. Should I keep going? Because I can keep going. We got more here.
I just want to talk about this map for a little bit. This map in particular
Heck yeah.
has three different bosses and you kind of take all of them out in one turn because of the Raging Storm ability that I was talking about earlier. We also use Stride and Dance. It's broken. We've reached the point where every map is going to fly by. It's broken. Carry on.
I shall.
Let's clean up.
Kids fighting cancer are an especially vulnerable group right now because the treatments they receive can impact their immune systems.
I'm great.
Many of today's cancer treatments, including chemotherapy, radiation, and bone marrow transplant, wipe out a child's immune system sometimes for years after treatment has finished. This leaves them more vulnerable to not only COVID-19, but any sickness or infection. If a child undergoing treatment for cancer spikes a fever, that often means a trip to the emergency room, the last place anybody wants to be right now.
Yeah, they're doing some good work at the CCRF. Cancer research is obviously a noble cause. Probably one of, all time, probably one of the biggest problems for the medical community is figuring out.
Actually, some stats about that. Childhood cancer is the leading cause of death by disease for children in the United States.
Interesting. We just one-shot that guy because of our Raging Storm ability. Does this work? Can I do this? Yes. Okay. Oh, I hit just enough strength to do that. Awesome. So that was another battle that we did in one turn.
Hubert.
Yes.
Hubert.
Good.
I don't like Hubert.
If memory serves, the Raging Storm takes off a certain amount of uses on the weapon.
Yeah, that's another thing. Combat arts, which is what Raging Storm is. Hey, she's not a dragon anymore, by the way. That's pretty cool. Combat arts use more weapon durability. In particular, pardon me. Some of my dinner just doesn't like me. Raging Storm uses 4 of the weapon's 20 durability uses. So you can use it 5 times before you have to repair. Fortunately for us, we do route in a way to repair the Raging Storm, or to repair her axe, so that we can use Raging Storm on the final boss. It's really sick. Probably that's my favorite part of the. It's actually this upcoming battle is my favorite part of post time skip. May I ask you something? And yeah, you can. We've got a god to kill, but that's fine. Go ahead. No, just ask me whatever. It's like it's not like we have anywhere to be. Nothing to do, right? We're chilling. But those are some guys. So you will recall from when I first got Shamir, her curved shot ability gives range +1. We're gonna be using that ability again in this map. This is like every Giga Brain, 6 head, like everything coming together on this map. Also, I need to think about there's a speed wing in this map, which increases your unit's speed by 4 or 2. It's kind of like the energy drop. It's a consumable item that permanently increases your unit's speed. And I was wondering if I need to think about whether or not I want to go for it with Edelgard. I don't think I'm going to, because I want to feel cool. Also, she got another cool class, but she's not on the dragon anymore, and I want her to get back on the dragon. Dragons can fly, and flying is cool. So we stride, and everyone, the way we set up the way we set up this the units before this battle is that everyone gets strided on the first turn. I think this is okay. My speed isn't really that bad. It's the strength that's a bit concerning, but that's good.
What's the point?
Strength and speed are the ones that we want for Edelgard, and I think we're gonna be good now. 39 and 22, yeah.
So you may have missed it, but a moment ago he just used the Canto ability to reposition Edelgard back into the range of Sylvain's dance ability. So it's just another example of how strong and how much potential that skill has.
True. Oh, that's fast.
Let's make this quick.
I don't know. Usually Felix doesn't die there right away. I'm like, that was a lucky crit, and I just like don't know how to cope with that. Right, you have to take note of Linhardt's warp range. He needs at least 4 range on his warp, which is determined by his magic stat. He's got enough magic. So we are now very far up.
I will protect.
That's not right.
Is this the part where the enemy has like weak points?
Yeah, Samir's supposed to be... Oh, you know what?
Let's clean up.
That's what. I just needed her to be closer, is all.
For the
I needed Shamir to be closer than she was. I promise we're getting to the good thing. So it's the same thing. Sorry. These guys, you might notice the 4 healing tiles, they are monsters. And if you break the tile... Sorry about that, I was just like not saying anything because I was trying to... What the...
Let's make this quick.
Ow.
Let's clean up.
What?
What's my strategy?
I missed. Like another one of those.
What's the plan?
Damn. I'm just completely entirely rattled. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just try this battle again. The game autosaves, so we're just gonna not worry about it. That's just me getting incredibly unlucky. Autosave is helpful. I don't know. Yeah, this map. Edelgard needs to move first instead of Biolith. Okay. Yeah, I'm still relatively new to this game. So I don't have all the backups and everything 100% down. Thank you, Aeon, for being here. I super appreciate it. Well, I go ahead and do this map again, the first part of it. Anything to plug or talk about?
Let's clean up.
Still no donations? Yeah.
I'm grateful. What's my strategy?
You know what I haven't said in a while? I haven't really plugged him into a speedfest. I mean, I have a little bit, but I haven't said if you in chat are a speedrunner and want to participate in one of our marathons, we would be more than happy to have you. I highly recommend joining our Discord server, !Discord in chat. Join our Discord, submit to our online events. If you are willing and able to come to Minneapolis, Minnesota for our in-person events, we would love to see you there as well. None of our events have any sort of game theme restrictions, so to speak. You can submit just about anything you want within reason. Yeah. Come hang out with us, join our community.
I'm awake.
Help us raise money for good causes.
So if I were to hypothetically have a very silly speedrun of like Mario Kart, but like items are just constantly falling, does that have a shot of getting in?
Let's make this
Would you say?
Maybe. But I don't think anybody's ever done that.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a thing.
Oh,
It
okay.
sounds pretty silly too.
That does sound kind of silly. You're right, actually.
Yeah, a little wacky even.
Yeah.
It would be even sillier if 2 people were to race it.
You
What?
people racing the
Imagine that.
silliest. of all time. Be wild.
That'd be crazy.
Alright, hopefully. Alright. Take 2. Except this is actually take 1. I'm gonna first try this, so I'll warp you to the other side. This is another, you know, Linhardt's warp just across these houses. When the game's lagging on me because it's made of bad. This is another 92% chance, by the way. The same 92% chance. Woo! First try. First try Fridays on a Sunday.
Let's go. First try.
Now what? Now we do this. Now we do this. Everyone get it? Everyone get in?
I will protect.
And Edelgard lives. Okay. Curve shot. That's 1. Dance. Curve shot again. And we got 4 Agarthium. Agarthium is the thing that repairs Amir, which is Edelgard's axe. Which means that we can afford to let it break, and we can now repair it because we have the thing that we need to repair it. Frickin'... Real frickin' annoying. You know that, Ingrid? Just like in every map. In Chapter 7 and in this map, Ingrid is just like one of the worst units to have to deal with. But we got there. No, it was at 80% displayed. Yeah, this is a good time to talk about the RNG in this game. It uses a 2 random number system, where instead of basically if it says that the hit rate is 50 or higher, or like above 50%, it's higher than what it shows. If it's under 50%, it's lower than what it shows. And it's like instead of rolling 1 random number and comparing it to the hit rate it shows, it rolls 2 random numbers and compares it. So if it displays 80% like it did, the real one is 92%. That's why it's very easy to tell how lucky or unlucky that you get at any moment, because it's a cool, you know, the 2 random numbers. It's a neat thing. So it kind of feels like, you know, it feels like a 99% will hit 99% when it's really like way more than that, etc. And also like enemies will often have lower hit rates, so like, you know, if it says that you have a 1 in 4 chance of getting hit, you actually have less than a 1 in 4 chance of getting hit, stuff like that. And like 80% is one of the like common, like a lot of the like gambits and stuff especially have like exactly 80% displayed hit. And so, you know, that's like, because that's a common one that's easy to remember. 80% displayed is like 92 point something true hit rate. Now what? This is another map that could just be really annoying. This is the second to last battle. We use the last of Edelgard's Raging Storms here. What else? This is another one where I like how at the end game you kind of like piece everything together and like, you know, destroy the maps as hard as possible. Also, there's Rhea again. She's got a sword and stuff. She's not a dragon. In like the lore, it's like, oh, it's rainy and it's like such miserable weather and we don't know what anyone's gonna do, but we know where all the extra units are gonna spawn. So it's like actually fine.
What's my strategy?
Here, I think so.
For the Empire.
Yeah. Here, yeah. I remember how to play the game, believe it or not. Here's the last. This unit has a weapon called Bolting, which is a magic spell that has a range of like a lot. I don't remember exactly how much, but it's like you could have sniped all my units from where we spawned. There's Mercedes. Rhea's gonna spawn right there. Awesome. Hi, Rhea. We got Rhea. That's good. And then her lads will disappear and we go up here. Yeah, this. Shamir. Try it again. Okay, let's do the over here. This is a really awesome part of the strat too. So we dance, you still strided, remember? So we warp Lascivia all the way up, and we gives us just enough to take care of Dedue over here, who will turn into a monster if he's like left alone for long enough. And also he's like one of the bosses of the map, I think. There's just so much that goes into this game. Linhardt died, but that is okay. Edelgard says, "What are you doing, step bro?" Also, they're step siblings. That's like a thing. Alright, Mercedes didn't troll me either. So Mercedes has an ability that a lot of... I know this was not invented in this game. It's been in Fire Emblem for a long time. She has a stat called, or an ability called Miracle, that sometimes will just let you live at a lethal attack with 1 HP.
Yeah, Miracle, like other aspects of this game, such as strength, speed, and defense, are actually introduced in the Three Houses title.
Strategy RPGs was... Did you know that Fire Emblem Three Houses was the first RPG?
As a matter of fact, I did. I also am aware that it is the flagship and first title in the Fire Emblem series. Followed shortly after by Fire Emblem Mystery of the Marth.
Mystery of the Marth was so... I was so caught off guard by that.
It is also part of the inspiration for the Smash Bros. Roster, in that the Three Houses were Marth, Roy, and Biolith.
Oh, that's where that came from. Because Maria is just a Biolith, right? And a Shoto? And a Biolith.
Yes.
Okay. So this is the final boss. We're gonna do some really funny stuff. We're gonna replenish our battalions just in case we need it. We are going to not know how to menu. We are going to repair Amir, and we got it. And yeah, so time's gonna be after I remember how to play the game. Time's gonna be after I finish this battle. There's gonna be a cutscene, so Edelgard will level up, and then the stage complete will show up, and then the screen will fade to black before showing a cutscene, and it is at that fade to black that time is. So we just Raging Storm up here, or we danced. So we did stride. We danced for Edelgard. Go to the corner of the boss tile, and we just spam Raging Storm. 40. I might be a bit unlucky here in terms of my stats, but that's not the end of the world because we're here. Yeah. So if I had enough stats, I would be able to attack 4 times with the Brave Axe, but I can only do twice because my stats are not ideal. But we lived, so that's cool. Anyways, yeah, we just spam the corner of the tile, and this is the end of the game. Sylvain can die, that's fine. We're just oh, awesome. So I'm definitely gonna lose this fight, but the good part about playing on normal difficulty and not a harder difficulty is you can when you lose a battle, you can retreat and just start over, but keep the experience that you got thus far into the fight. Will retain experience, yes.
What went wrong there?
Didn't have enough stats. Didn't have enough speed.
That was it?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Because enough time passed since I broke the thing, and the tile repaired itself. The armored tile repaired itself. That's okay. We can just do it again. I guess I can start doing my shoutouts now since first and foremost, thank you to Aeon for being in chat. She's one of the members of the Fire Emblem Three Houses speedrun community. Shoutouts to the community at a whole. There's a super awesome guide. The resources for this game are awesome. You can find the Discord for the Fire Emblem series speedruns on speedrun.com. Obviously Aeon for being here. Shoutouts to Kirby Master. Shoutouts to Claris, Yashi, who's been like on a tear sweeping through all the categories, all the world records. I actually have enough where I can get off the dragon and now quadruple. This is like the stats I would have wanted coming into the battle, but that's whatever. I'm still comfortably underestimate, it looks like, so that's good. Oh, no, I do have to get back on the guy. There we go. So that ×4 in orange there, where it was ×2 before, means that I kind of quadruple attack. Yeah, shout out to the Three Houses community. Shout out to Midwest Speedfest for having me on. It's always, between last August and this event, it's always a pleasure. Time's coming up here on the Fade to Black, by the way. And time. Yeah, thank you guys so much for having me. Thanks for, from our silly Mario Kart item rain race that I hinted at that Helix and I did. Thank you guys for giving me a chance to do something a bit more serious. And, I've been playing this game a lot this year, the past few months, and I'm super stoked to have been able to show it off for you. This game is really awesome. She's God, by the way.
Yeah, Popeye's biscuit, no drink.
Nothing is more serious than Mario Kart Wii item right now. I don't know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
I'm sorry. I misspoke there. I stream on Twitch a lot of this game recently. Twitch.tv/seldomseenkid. I also post on twitter.com twitter.com/seldomseenkid61 or 61 or whatever. Shoutouts to the crew for making this happen, all the chat mods, Barin and SexRex for helping us get set up and everything, Helix for hosting. Shoutouts to Children's Cancer Research Fund, and Helix and I, our good friend Wisely, is actually the charity rep for the charity for this event, and it's awesome seeing that, like he's one of our friends, and being able to work with Speedfest and with Wisely and CCRF, the good people over there. It's just like a lot of stuff is going on for this event, and I'm really stoked that it's all been able to come together.
Yeah, I want to real quick say that, like, knowing someone, having an easy contact at the charity has been an absolute blessing. We've had marathons where it has been more difficult to contact the charity, but just having someone that we already know that we can contact anytime, like we know how, literally just on Discord, it has been so nice. So huge shout outs to Wisely.
Yeah, shout outs to Wisely and CCRF doing incredible work there again. I can't think of anything else. Shout outs to my girlfriend, she's pretty cool. Commentators, Zora, you go first. Anything you want to plug?
I got nothing. Go follow SSK.
Oh, thank you. I think I will do that, actually. Flaherty, you got anything?
Yeah, for big fan of twitch.tv/seldomseenkid. With a nice selection of content, including but not limited to NCAA Football 2005, and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2.
Don't forget the Wheel of Fortune.
I do play Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah.
I was going to offer to play Wheel of Fortune if we were like still super ahead, but we are kind of behind.
Yeah, we
So,
actually got unfortunately.
But yeah, thank you.
I would love that.
Thank you again for all the GGs and for hanging out. And yeah, this is you're gonna want to keep it here because next up is, I believe, Nooster with Dream Run for the Shadow Run. Shadow Run for the Genesis. That should be good. I was looking on SRC beforehand. That's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, we got Nooster with 2 runs in a row, actually.
Oh yeah, and they're doing it's a 203 in-game time. Not the end of the world. I see a 139.39, which is a very satisfying number to look at, and not terrible for a no reset at all.
Yeah, we should probably wrap it up.
Yeah, thanks again for having me, and keep it locked. Keep donating. The CCRF appreciates your work and your donations, and have a good one.
Yeah, thank you. It's great to have you. Go follow SSK and stick around. We'll be back shortly with more speedruns.